Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I would like to share with you a comparison review. The palettes that I'm going to be comparing today are from Anastasia Beverly Hills, so it's the Modern Renaissance palette. So this one looks like that. This one retails for, I believe, £41–42, something like that from, and I picked mine up from beautybay.com. So it looks like that, beautiful colours. And the next one, so the one I'm going to be comparing it to is from I Heart Makeup, and it is the Chocolate Elixir palette. So it looks like that, and you can pick this one up for £8.99 from either tanbeauty.com or superdrug.com. And this one looks like that. Beautiful again. Now I'm just going to get the Modern Renaissance, put them side by side. So I hope you can see that. So that's a side by side picture of both of those. Now what I'm going to do is just share with you. So I have added an eye look. So basically on this side I've got I Heart Makeup, this side I have got Anastasia Beverly Hills. So with the I Heart Makeup I have used the shade Candy, so it's this one here, Candy, and I've added that here and taken that above, and then I've added the shade Chestnut to deepen that out into the crease. I've then added Candy and Chestnut under here to mirror that look, and then I've added the shade Sugar, which is this one here, onto the lid to create that shimmer, and then just added that around the inner corner just to follow that round, which I really like to do. And then on the other side I have added, it's called Buon Fresco, so it's that shade there, and that is here. I've then added the shade Cypress, is it Cypress Umber? Yep, Cypress Umber, this one here. That's created some depth there. Again, I've mirrored what I've done there underneath with those two, Buon Fresco and Cypress Umber shade. And then the shimmer shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills is Primavera, which is that shade there. So again, I've mirrored this eye just by following that all the way through, or all the way round, I should say. Now what I'm going to do is just share with you the swatches on my arm. And I've started off with Anastasia Beverly Hills because the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette has 14 shades, and you're getting 2 bonus shades from the I Heart Makeup palette. So I've not swatched those 2 extra shades because I just want to share with you the 14 that you're going to get from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and any dupes that I found from the Elixir palette, I've then added that side by side. So these are all the swatches. So the first one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's called Tempera, and it's called Coconut from I Heart Makeup. So we have got Tempera, which you can barely see because they are so light, but I have still swatched them. So Tempera and then Coconut. I can see them on my arm, but in the camera they're so light. So Tempera and then Coconut. Then we move on to the shade Golden Ochre. So this one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and the one that matches is called Icing. So this is Golden Ochre there, and this one is Icing. Then we move on to this one here, and it's the first shimmer shade, and it's called Vermeer. So that's Vermeer, and the shade that dupes it from the I Heart Makeup is Creme Brulee. So Vermeer and then Creme Brulee. We then have the shade Buon Fresco, which is what I've used on my eye today, and then you've got Candy from the I Heart Makeup. So Buon Fresco and then Candy. And then the last shade on this row on my arm, we have got Antique Bronze. So Antique Bronze, and then we've got Sweet from I Heart Makeup. So I hope you can see that. So Antique Bronze and then Sweet. Then we move on to the second row on my arm, which is still the first row in the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. So we've got Love Letter. So it's the first of those beautiful deep pink shades, and this one is Bubblegum from the I Heart Makeup. It's not exactly a dupe, but I think it's one of those shades that if I was to pop it on my eye, you wouldn't, you know, be able to tell the difference. It is, but I'm doing swatches obviously because you will want to see the shades that are duped. So that's Love Letter. Then we've got Cypress Umber, which again is the shade that I've used on this eye to deepen up that crease, and that one is Chestnut from I Heart Makeup. So that's Cypress Umber and then Chestnut, and I think you'll agree that is a complete dupe. Then we have got the second row from the Anastasia Beverly Hills. So we've got Raw Sienna here, and then the one from I Heart Makeup is called Latte. Is it Latte? Let me just double check. Yeah, it's Latte. Or Latte. So that one is Raw Sienna and that is Latte. Then we have Burnt Orange, and so that's Burnt Orange, and then the shade that matches that is called Hot Tea. So that's Burnt Orange and that's Hot Tea from I Heart Makeup. The next is the shade that I'm using on my eye. So we've got Primavera and then we have got Sugar. So that's Primavera and then Sugar. Then we move on to the last row on my arm, and we've got the shade Red Ochre, and the shade that matches that in the I Heart Makeup is my favourite name from the palette, and it's Red Velvet. So we've got Red Ochre and then we've got Red Velvet. Then we've got the second of those beautiful colours which this palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills is famous for, and that is Venetian Red, and the one that matches that is called Pink Icing. So Venetian Red, Pink Icing. We have then got Warm Taupe from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which matches the shade Roasted from I Heart Makeup, and then the very last shade from Anastasia Beverly Hills is called Real Gar, and the shade that matches that from I Heart Makeup is called, another one that I like but not as good as Red Velvet, is called Carrot Cake. So I love that Red Velvet name. It reminds me of that gorgeous cake that you can get, that gorgeous sponge. So that's Carrot Cake. So there are all of the swatches there, and I think you'll agree there are some real dupes there. This one is a little bit different, but that's Red Ochre and it was Red Velvet. A little bit, this one is more pigmented, but I think once you've got it on the eye, again, you're not going to see the difference at all. Now what I want to do is just talk you through what I think about these two palettes. Now obviously the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette is £42. The I Heart Makeup is £8.99. Of course, I really like palettes that are, you know, good value for money, and I must admit with the Anastasia Beverly Hills, I found it slightly disappointing because for £42, it's not a palette that I keep grabbing. It's not, I would prefer to use a less expensive palette, and the reason for that is that if I hit pan in a less expensive palette, it's a lot easier for me to find £8.99 rather than £42. So, for example, if this Anastasia palette, the Modern Renaissance, was my favourite, and you know I used it over and over, which I know a lot of people love this palette. It's their holy grail palette, but it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to keep replacing it for £42. So, for example, the Chocolate Elixir, like I say, £8.99. You know, it's less expensive, easier to replace, and you know, I would always, I suppose, go for the less expensive, and I know that it's good quality. So that's the first thing that I really like. Another thing is with the Modern Renaissance is that I found exactly the same issue. Sorry, I've still got a little bit of a remnant of a tickle in my throat from my cough, my cold I had a few weeks ago. Now with the Modern Renaissance and a lot of expensive palettes, I tend to find that they fade. I said this in my recent comparison review video that I did a couple of days ago, but again I'm finding this today with the Modern Renaissance. So when I applied, so first of all actually I applied the I Heart makeup onto this eye. There's no fading, there's no issues. I dip my brush in once or twice. I always put the brush in first just to lay down the first colour, and then if I want to deepen it up then I'll add a little bit more. That is the extent of what I did today. But when it came to me adding the Anastasia Beverly Hills onto this eye, it just didn't work. I had to do it 4, 5, 6 times to get that colour that you can see on there, and there's still not the depth of colour on this eye that there is on this eye. And it even went along, sorry, I'll start again. It even, with the Cypress Umber, the deeper shade, again, I still had problems with blending it out. So this side, it blended like a dream. And to me, this looks much more blended here than this side. And again, I had to keep going back into Cypress Umber to blend that out, put more product on. And for me, it just didn't work as well. So that's why I really don't, you know, I don't keep grabbing for the Modern Renaissance. I mean, you know, I'll show you a close up. I've hardly used these, I mean, to this palette. I mean, I am using it more for these dupe videos than I am grabbing it to put on an eye look. I'm also a little bit concerned about using the Modern Renaissance because when I used the shades Cube, and there was another one, I can't remember what it's called, Cube and, no, I can't get it, but they're from the Subculture, and I popped those shades, and to be honest, I'm so disappointed that there's, you know, shades from the Subculture that are actually reacting with my eye and causing my eyes, you know, problems, and it's stopping me from wanting to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I was very interested actually in the new palette that she's recently brought out for the Christmas, I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, it's the new one, and that was available on Beauty Bay. You can pick it up, but I just don't want to spend £41, £42 on a palette that may actually, you know, affect my eyes again. So I've given that one a miss, but I can always count on I Heart makeup. I think the quality is there. The price tag is so reasonable that, you know, it doesn't bother me if I really like these. I can replace them very easily. They're now readily available in, you know, more stores are getting these products. So it's a lot easier to get hold of these products. And if you don't want to pay delivery charge with Tan Beauty, you can pick it up from Superdrug. So they are a lot more easily accessible. I think the price tag is amazing. The quality is always there for me. Yeah, I really love I Heart Makeup, Makeup Revolution. And as I said with the other comparison review, I have nothing to gain from, you know, saying that this palette is better than this one, because I am a regular consumer, and you know, these are just my regular thoughts about what I think about these products, because I wear makeup every single day. Generally, I love to wear makeup. It is a passion of mine. I've always loved to wear makeup. You know, there are some days where I don't wear makeup, but I just prefer to wear it. It makes me feel good, and yeah, I just like to be very glamorous. That's how I like to be. Even when I had my children when they were little, I still liked that, and now my daughters are like that too. It's just, you know, the way that we like to present ourselves. So I hope you found that helpful. I'll just show you the swatches again. I think you'll agree there's some real dupes there, and there's some that are not quite hitting the mark, but I think, as we know, swatches on the arms, they give you an interpretation of the shade, but it's when you add them onto the eye. You wouldn't have known that these were two different palettes on my eyes until obviously I told you, but I'm just finding that again the quality is not there for me, especially when you're paying that much money for a palette. So I'd really like you to give me a thumbs up if you found that helpful. I have also got a Primark haul that I would love to share with you, but I have done quite a number of Primark hauls recently, so I'd really like it if you gave me a thumbs up to this video to let me know that you would like to see some more items that I've purchased from Primark, and obviously if you are brand new to my channel, I would love it if you subscribed, and yeah, I hope that I just hope you found that helpful. But until next time, which will be tomorrow, of course, thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.